Good morning, YouTube. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day out there. Welcome to another episode of Life with Brian. I'm in my 1997 Toyota Supra Turbo, just running a quick errand. And it's been a minute since I've been in this car, been a minute since I've uploaded any content on the channel about my Supra, but it kind of got me thinking about whether or not to maybe sell this car. Now, first of all, I really like this car. I think it is, yes, overpriced, especially for what I paid for it. But even now, the prices are still going up. I think it's slightly overrated in terms of how much these have just completely skyrocketed in price. Doesn't mean they're not a really fun car to have and to drive. Obviously, I have the proper 6-speed manual, but you know, every car has its flaws, and you know, this one is flawed as well. And I haven't, like I said, it's been probably, gosh, maybe a solid month, probably more actually, since I've actually been in this car. And I was thinking about going on Auto Trader and Cars.com to see kind of what the prices of these cars are. I checked maybe a month ago, and specifically the turbos, the stock turbos, and the 6-speed stock turbos were holding their price, and in fact still going up on most listings that I saw. The cheaper ones are the right-hand drive JDM ones, obviously the automatic ones, and ones that have been completely modded out or just completely, molested up to high heaven, you know. So stock ones, like the one that I have, is very difficult to find in this sort of condition with relatively low mileage. I have under 40,000 miles on mine. But it got me to thinking, you know, if I do decide to part with this, should I do so now in case the market tanks? Again, I don't buy cars for resale value, but to be completely honest with you guys, the garage is getting kind of full and the addiction is real, and I've kind of made a short list in my head of what cars to get rid of if I needed to move cars. And this one, not because I dislike the car by any stretch, it's just it's certainly one of the easier cars for me to move if I needed to. I'm quite positive that I would easily be able to get my money back on this car and probably get a little bit of a profit as well, either through a private selling or to sell it even to a dealer. I've already gotten actually several offers on the car, so you know, I can't foresee anything really affecting the market that much and making these dip or nosedive. The current generation Supra, it is what it is, and I think you know, it has its own charms, I guess. But for those of us who have the Mark IV Supras, and at least me personally, I have no inclination whatsoever to get a new one, even with the introduction of the manual that came out, I think, about a year ago. I just like the look, the feel, the everything of the previous model, of the previous generation. So again, I don't see something like that really affecting prices that much. But you know, you just never know. I mean, COVID, chip shortages, I mean, people didn't really foresee that either. Maybe at some point people will fall out of love with these Mark IVs, or they'll come out with another generation, perhaps. Unlikely, I think. But I think that'd be kind of cool if they did. And maybe that will somehow cause these to dip. But you know, it's unlikely. But more than anything, this really kind of sits at Alara, where I store a lot of my cars, and it doesn't get driven much, which is a shame, because I think it's a car, this is definitely a car that needs to be driven, needs to be enjoyed. I mean, it's a Toyota, for God's sake, so it's always going to run, much like my Acura, my Honda NSX. But you know, whenever I take this car out, I just get tons of thumbs up, a lot of feedback, a lot of smiles. And I was thinking, you know, maybe if I sold it to someone who, you know, obviously not treat it like a garage queen, and it got driven and it got used. That's certainly what this car needs to be. You know, what needs to happen to this car? It needs to be driven, it needs to be used. But of course, just given my current situation with the cars that I have in my rotation, and I just don't get to drive it that much, And you know, it's not like my my Julia or even my my WRX, which again, because of the back seat, I can take my boys. It's a little bit more practical for me. This car, again, yes, it does have back seats, but they're, you know, fake back seats for people with no legs, and basically just go for luggage. Trunks are pretty decent, but yeah, practicality wise, it's not really one of my best cars. And because I have kids, because basically, you know, a little more than half the week, I'm doing errands or picking up kids, dropping off kids, taking them to school, etc., etc. So this car just sits more than I would like it to. And unlike some of my other cars, like my Ford GT, my Lamborghini, my Ferrari, I'm okay with those sitting because, again, you're not really going to daily those. You're not really going to use those too much on a daily basis. But this car, I really feel, just because it's so reliable, it's so easy to drive, it should be driven more. It should not just be collecting dust in a garage. But of course, it helps the resale value, right? Keeps the mileage down. But yeah, I haven't seriously considered maybe selling the car, guys. It's got 39,513 miles. It's a 1997 Supra Turbo with the proper 6-speed. I'm not really sure off the top of my head what these would go for right now. I think maybe easily over 100, maybe like 130, 140, pretty easily, I think, in this condition. Let me know what you guys think, though. Again, I haven't looked at the market prices in about a month or so they could have fluctuated since then. But you know, I definitely, I'm not going to do any modifications to it. More than anything, not just for resale value, but again, I just don't like modifications on cars. I like to keep cars stock for the most part. And I think this car from factory was pretty on point. So really no need to change anything. You know, I don't need 1,000 horsepower. If I need more horsepower, I'll just hop into another one of my cars, which has like a V8 or a V10 or something. But yeah, but if anyone's actually interested in a 1997 Toyota Supra Turbo, which is stock, interiors in really good condition, guys. No rips, no tears, no weird smells. Again, basically everything on the car is stock, so you'd be getting a really good car. But if anyone wants to throw me out an offer or a cash offer, let me know. I'll definitely entertain it. But this is probably on my short list of things to move if I needed to, just because it has been driven a lot and I really think it should be enjoyed by someone. So I just want to do a quick video on this, guys, because I haven't put up a lot of Supra content recently. So let me know what you guys think. Give it a thumbs up, comment below, like, subscribe. Please support the channel. Hope to catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.